Do you feel like your life is in crisis? Or you're just a passenger in your own life with little to no control over it? Are the constant emails, alerts, dings, and notifications and the 24/7 news cycle driving you mad? Do you feel like maybe you're missing something? Maybe the need for adventure, the curiosity and excitement you used to have when you were a little younger? Maybe you just feel betrayed by life in general. If so, it's okay. You are not alone. Many people have felt this way. Many people feel this way. I have for the last few years. And FERALISM is what I came up with to help me. You see, most of us fill our lives with distractions. We think it's our duty to be informed with the unimportant things, be engaged, to constantly consume the unfolding global drama, the garbage entertainment. And so we do. We scroll, we read, we listen. We let the world's chaos seep into our quiet moments. We invite it to sit at our dinner tables, to invade our sleep, to steal family time away from all of us. We let the unimportant things fill all the silence, stealing our peace and robbing us of our time. But what if for a moment we stopped and asked ourselves, is all this information truly serving us, or is it just noise? Think of our ancestors, the truly feral ones. They were attuned to their immediate environment. The rustle of leaves, the shift in the wind, the scent of rain, the migration patterns of their prey. Their survival depended on this focus. They didn't concern themselves with crop failures on another continent. Their world was tangible, and their responses to it were focused and direct. I'm Mark. This is FERALISM. For me, FERALISM is an attempt to recapture some of the wonder and the passion and the zest for life that we all once had. You know, back in the day when we were a bit more feral, entertaining ourselves, going on adventures, images of Stand By Me and Goonies enter my head when I think about my more feral time. Now, we never found a dead body, and we certainly never found a pirate's treasure. But back then, when I was more feral and a little less captured by the weight of the world and all its noise, that was a lot better version of me, and you can find yours too. By going a little feral, you can reclaim your life, find your peace, and find your inspiration again. To do this, you must first commit the most radical act of rebellion that you can commit against the constant noise and distractions of garbage entertainment and 24/7 news cycles. And that act of rebellion is unplugging. It doesn't need to be for multiple hours a day. It can just be for 15 to 30 minutes. However, it's a start. And once you actually start giving yourself some of your time and your life back, you will want more. Now, I'm not suggesting ignorance. This isn't about burying your head in the sand forever. This is about choosing your battles, unplugging for just a little while every day. FERALISM is about focusing on what's actually important to your life, not the things that have no bearing and no effect on yourself, your community, or your family. We've lost that immediate connection with our communities and our families and ourselves. We're plugged into everything all at once, all the time. And as a result, there's this constant despair and fear and anxiety that hums beneath the surface in all of our lives. So we must make the effort to distance ourselves from that noise, from that anxiety, for just a little bit a day. It doesn't have to be for more than 30 minutes, but we must try. Rid yourself of the stress that's constantly stealing your energy, constantly running in the background. The act of unplugging, it's not a selfish act. It is an act of self-preservation, an act of emotional hygiene. It is necessary. So in order to become a little more feral again, like you were when you were younger, drinking from the water hose, climbing and falling out of trees, and going on odysseys in distant neighborhoods on your bicycles, you must seek the silence. Unplug. Find your silence, find your peace, and you will find your inspiration again. So set those boundaries with things like the news cycle. That was my biggest problem. I'd consume all the global news I could, and there was no point. You don't have to consume the global chaos every day, all day. Just start with your local news. Start with your Local commute, the local weather, the things going on in your local community. That's how I switched mine up. And those things that actually affect me and my family are the important things. Second, cultivate your inner world. Now, when you shut off all the external noise and distractions, what's left? Sometimes it's discomfort, absolutely. Anxious thoughts, 100% completely normal. This is where the real work of FERALISM begins, though. Embrace the discomfort. Sit with it. Start to understand why the silence causes you anxiety. Slow your chaotic mind down. Seek to understand yourself, your passions, your inspirations. Okay, so now you've unplugged. For a little while at least, you've tried to tap into the feral you of years gone by. Now connect with the tangible again. Step outside. Go for a walk. Feel the sun on your skin. Listen to the birds. Maybe go for a hike. Walk barefoot on the grass. Read a physical book. Re-engage your senses with the real and immediate world around you. And while you're out there reconnecting with the physical world, feral you will help you find your inspiration again, your sense of wonder. It may even help you find your life again. Look, the world will continue to be noisy. There will always be distractions and unimportant things that want your attention. Crises will continue to unfold with or without your constant vigilance. But your peace, your clarity, your ability to think deeply and act intentionally, these are your most valuable resources. Don't let them be eroded by the endless demand for your attention. Choose to unplug for a little every day. Choose to be inspired again. Choose to be a little more feral like you were when you knew how to enjoy life. Seek a little silence. Search for your peace. Re-engage with the feral you. And your life just might change. Mine did.